Well, he keeps fucking. What's his bum taking my shit? I could just do something about it. Kind of garbage piece of shit.
That's just my opinion. My opinion. serious shame. If you fucking that's more like it. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, perfect. Damn near.
Yeah.
Almost. Better. You know that torch wet? Of hers? The girl's torch? Can I just use the lighter? Trash.
You ever get back to me?
What?
Hopefully we got it back.
Your lighter? Yeah, hang on. Back
No, I don't have room. But no, here it is.
Thanks, man. There you go.
Need a pick.
A lot fucking better. You got USB-C or nothing? Zero? You got on this computer?
No, it's in charge at all.
Why? Oh, because of the... Why? Because it was nice there. Oh, it was under shade?
No, it didn't have a hook. I thought I did, but it didn't. I wasn't.
Was it working right?
I should have been ready, but went back to tiny home. I was there all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a few bucks real quick. Let's put out a tip hat.
No, I was looking for one back there.
Oh, I see. That's what you said, huh?
She had the old one back there somewhere. I couldn't find it. I don't think there's anybody coming.
That Walgreens still open?
I think so. $10. Midnight now.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
The flowers down.
Yeah. Does it go out of tune?
What slides over?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I got you.
It's missing a string.
Cool as fuck. Where'd you get that thing?
Timu,
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah. Fuck.
I need a pick.
I'm hungry, bro. I gotta go fucking around, jump some food. I'll be back.
Okay. Fucking junk. I hate people. Fuck is this?
I want to get baptized right now.
Yeah. You going?
So the church, I went up there and started pulling out a lot of wood and stashing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces, yeah. There's one guy sleeping behind on the side next to the wall. I was gonna start doing some stuff. There's a guy sleeping right next to the wall on the ground, right behind this big food cart. So if that food cart backs up, I'm gonna run right over him.
There's a guy with the camper up here now.
Huh?
There's a guy with the camper up here now.
Oh yeah.
He's parked right next to this.
Yeah, I mean, in the nighttime, you know, you got all night until like 7 in the morning, I guess. A lot of people go there and they hang out, you know, like occasionally on and off.
Yeah, you
What kind of camper? A third wheel? Someone's leaving a third wheel there? I passed by and I saw the lights. But you know, I wanted to give you a rest and all that, relaxation. Really? I didn't know that. I would have kept an eye on it. I didn't know it. And basically, yeah, so I was going to start my location, but there was someone sleeping like right there. And then another guy was playing guitar in the circle. There's like a circle next to the little tiny shed. There's a little tiny shed there. And then there's a circle mound. That's where I've camped out, on the circle mound, because if a car comes in, I don't want to get run over. And if I don't feel like sleeping next to the entrance of the church, you know. Sunday morning, after you went across the street, I went up there, sat on the steps, like right there, laid back, took a little rest, and then about 9 o'clock, the security guard says, "Hey, we need you to move." I said, "You're going to open up the church?" He goes, "Yeah." They didn't even open up the church. There was just some people gathered on the parking lot side. They didn't open the doors of the church. Yeah. Oh, you know what happened? Guess what happened? What happened was, they had a 20-year lease, right? Oh, they've been there for 20 years. Renting, obviously. That's what the internet says. Google says,
Plays the drums. What's your name? Hey, pleasure. I would never ask for anything like this, but I'm on an assignment. This. For sale?
You run a church.
Say it again?
I run a church.
Yeah, me too. What is it?
Yo, where you been, man? Where you been?
Around
Alright.
LA. Yeah. Hey, right there. Right there.
Wait,
Right, right.
I'm all sweaty.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm
all,
too.
no, I'm sweaty. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Seriously.
okay, that's enough.
How you been? How you been?
Up and down, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been missing a lot of things, man.
I
Hey.
heard, and I've been writing.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a big church there. No, don't say it. That big church right there. They're gone. They took off. They're evacuating the church, so that whole parking lot, that whole space is up for grabs.
Oh,
So Brad and I were trying to establish our homestead there, you know, and squatting.
I don't,
So
I don't know.
you're welcome to it. There's a lot of space there. You can
That-
take a corner, start your thing.
Would that
already.
preclude future career opportunities? I know what I mean. Would it preclude, as in would it fuck them off?
What do you mean
Preclude, as in create a situation where you are automatically excluded or automatically disqualified from something based on.
It's nothing negative. It's all positive because it's space. It's space to set up a little
Sure.
home or a homestead with a tiny home.
Oh, the
I'm gonna-
advantages
I'm
are
gonna
obvious.
I'm gonna make a tiny home. I'm gonna make a tiny home.
As long as they don't.
There's a lot of space there. You can pick a corner and homestead until they start something up.
As long as you keep it like private and don't try to like,
Yeah.
you know, like have events there and shit, because that would give our reputations are all we gotta maintain. Like that's looked down, that's frowned on by the people who, you know, don't like it anymore than anybody.
There's an apartment building right there next to a 20-story apartment building. And they don't care about that. People have slept there during the cold winter. Nobody ever came out with a pancake or a cup of coffee to help the homeless. So they don't care. So if you make a homestead, like I'm making a homestead, I'm making a tiny home there. You know, if you make a homestead, all of a sudden some people start complaining. You just tell them, man, you know where you can live because I'm living life, you know. Just let you. That's it.
I would definitely do it. I just
If I
don't
was
want
you, I'd pick a little
to. I can't. I'm trying not to preclude opportunities, like the ability to, like I might be judged and mislabeled, and that might totally overshadow my competence as a musician.
It's only showing that you are living and you believe in a homestead.
But that, you can say that, but then they look at it as
Who's
your.
they? Wait,
they
who's
they
they?
are the people, the powers that be. Those who are detached from.
All the, I know, and the powers that the authorities. You're talking about the authority. They're more greedy than.
Oh, trust and
They're
believe.
more greedy than you and I
Oh,
put together.
trust and believe. I think that they are scumbag garbage for some shit. But on the other hand, those with the money, I want money. I ain't trying to be broke. I'm trying to buy a house in the hills. Buy it. And I have the ability to do that with my skill, but I don't want to be precluded from all these good things because of a bad press. Bad press can be really fucking bad. I don't want it. I don't want it. I've been trying to, but on the same token, sleeping in the car. No, I'm saying, on the other hand, what I'm doing now, sleeping in the park, sucks. And
You sleep over in the car?
yeah,
We'll be here.
park up here on Sycamore. I mean,
That's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not bad. So pick another phone.
Well, I don't have a break. Cover up. I gave it away to the class.
Just check all the churches in the neighborhood.
Oh no, it's not that I can't get blanket. I literally gave my blanket away tonight. Right now, we're taking a black lady. She was shivering, and I gave her my. I would definitely stay there and shit, but I wouldn't like
The idea to
do
do
the
like million mass march and
make your mind own type of thing. Like I would try to be pretty low key about it. But other than that, and I don't think that on principle and morality, fuck it. And by all right, by all reasonable fucking ethics.
I like live feed and then got Facebook.
Yeah, I gotta go. But I tell you what,
And I think that the music will speak for itself no matter what.
it was a pleasure meeting you.
I believe in my shit. That it is that good. And me and Brad have a synergy with our teams. The team, but my work will carry me. Well, I think you might have to be on to something. I need a place to lay my fucking head, bro. I need my shit.
I just gave you the invitation. I just gave you the invitation.
On big chips or?
Do I want? I didn't get nothing.
You want big chips? You hungry?
I'm starving. I went up.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I looked.
Want
around.
soda to it? Or?
Oh, dude, I would kill
Let me
for
get
it.
some of this. What's that, time? Let me get some. Okay, that's fine. Wait, what is it, burning hot or something like that? Or regular? Ketchup.
About what? Oh, I love my pretty people. Yeah, my people with my friends. A lot. It's safe and everything, but I left it with them.
Yeah, so the better place is in the parking lot. But and
We're on live stream.
there's places where you don't. It's a private license.
You want soda?
That's your private license. No, right? That's encrypted,
Yeah.
right? It's encrypted.
Yeah, I got 28
No
people
one can
watching.
hack your thing.
No, people can help it. People
And
can
somebody stole my phone last time I was doing it. I seen the guy who did it too. He's on, like right before he shut it off, grabbed it because it was up there.
Are you still tracking him? You still tracking the phone?
He reset it. I tracked him down there and he came back and he got on the
You
red bus.
keep retracking it because it's got only one VIN number, you know, the phone.
I don't know, won't
You
track,
know that.
I won't track it now. I wish I could. I don't
The
know.
VIN number never changes of a phone. It's always the same.
Yeah.
You know the number, the
33.
MAC ID.
I just don't know how to. I can't even get my number back. Guy, my number was not the Church of God. But registered as not the Temple of God. On Google it show up there.
Not, yeah, as long as it's not on, if it's not on any of those tracking, like location purposes, it's not. scratch it.
Yeah, but every phone, every device has an individual
Yes, but,
ID.
but that doesn't help you track it in real time. Like, if you get a hold of the thing and look at it, you can tell where it's from happening. You can remote without, Google or Find My iPhone or something like that.
Didn't that guy look like Jesus Christ?
Huh?
The guy? Or
Huh?
Looks like Jesus rapper. Free Capper's son?
Did he say he was?
No, I'm gonna say he's like I'm really bad at speed I wasn't giving of it. I was just filming.
Yeah, you gotta watch it when someone clearly states for sale or can I buy. That's a jive. You gotta be
Still
careful
give me,
sometimes.
because that's like Cowboys' mentality of like, I mean, the government, make the government first of it, you know? Make sure the government knows
Yeah.
before, but then I hold these mentalities, so you do
Yeah, he had too much. I mean, I don't know who he is, but all I'm saying is,
Yeah,
I already noticed 4 times while I'm hanging out with him. 4 different people. I don't care what color, race they are, whatever. But when they like build up to the question and mention the word sale and buy and can I and either they're new to drugs or you gotta watch it. You gotta be careful.
Well, I mean, I would probably do those things just because, first of all, I'd like to warm up to the people that I'm talking with and not just ask right off the bat. And I would, because I say things matter of factly, but it doesn't mean I'm a boss. You know? Like, I straight up ask it like that, too. Like, I'll go up to somebody and I'll, try to get, warm up a little bit and break the ice and then ask that question. Like, I wouldn't come up and be like, slap the crystal. Like, I find that very weird.
I give you my card, right?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah, church of methamphetamine. I'm gonna give this to my friend after he. So I told him about the church, and I was like, yeah.
That's the guy.
I dig it.
You know what these guys are doing? You might want to get here. I don't know. Yes, go.
In fact, I hate it when people come up to me and
You got-
got the crystal, got a cigarette.
I'm waiting on a sign right now. I got a sign. This logo I made. It's like one of the first things I did with the church. Made this logo, dark. But I got one coming. Custom made one. But it's supposed to be like 16 inches. It'd be like I don't know, if it's gonna be neon style. Well, this ain't neon, but it's supposed to be generic, like a neon type idea. I paid like $30 for that one. It's coming apart. But when the shit's in charge, no, I thought it was hooked up, but it wasn't, so it's in charge.
Hey, got any crystal? Yeah.
I thought I had some on me, I'm almost out.
Entirely?
Yeah. Oh, that's back.
By all means. Is that guy naked, or is his pants extremely skin tone? That dude's not naked. Look like you were naked, bro.
I don't know what happened to it.
Alright. I'm the best piano player on Blender. It's not very good. I don't play good. Oh, weed. Got some weed.
Let me see. From Afghanistan. Oh, that's beautiful. Let me see, man. Let me see that. Wow.
Yeah, from home.
That was good.
What you do?
Can you spare this for me? Can you spare it? Oh no! Oh, you were pulling the piss, man.
Is that piss?
Damn it. Yeah, that's piss.
Is it definitely
Yeah,
piss?
yeah.
How is that piss?
The piss streams down into there.
Really? Oh, from people. Yeah, that's right. That's crazy. That is piss. Because he's right.
I saw the picture. I saw the picture of a bud. The size of the size.
Yeah, you know, he's dead right about the water. I think it's piss. I don't know about dead right, but I think he's right. And here's why. Just because people urinate so much on the streets, it has to go somewhere, and there's a lot of people urinating. A lot of people. And the streets are designed so that fluids go there.
It's contaminated, Brad. Yeah. There's a lot of piss running down the streets. I'm gonna go check out the church, see what's going on in the parking lot. I'll be back.
I wanna do that. I wanna live there. Okay.
The bottom half pretty. I don't think it's
Man,
soaked in the top
bro.
half. I don't think it's soaked in the top half. You soaked in the bottom half.
That's not piss.
I just think of it. It was the bottom half that kind of soaked in the river. It wasn't already in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste it, right? That's a nice bud. Yeah, I definitely. Oh, the bottom half is down there?
Yeah, bottom half. Yeah, I just pinched
Broke it
out the
off?
top.
Yeah, there you go.
The very bottom, what with the that's where it's soaked in. That's the very top of it. It's good.
All you guys, man.
Bradley, I need what he has. Maybe that too. But hear me, my buddy Jeremy.
That's menu. Good.
Hey, but hear me, please. My buddy Jeremy said you got the best stuff in town. And bro, I'm not a cop. I wouldn't be. Don't think I'm not like. I'm not. This isn't the crackdown. We've already been cracked down. But hear me. I'm tonight that I haven't done. Okay, and he's gonna help me. Okay, and he gave me this money. His name's Jeremy, little white guy. And I'm coming to you for it because I think he said you got the.
Did you go with the trench coat?
Yeah, exactly. Black trench coat.
That's crazy. I'm a little white guy named Jeremy too.
Oh,
That's the
really?
thing, I don't have. You can mount it more.
Oh, really?
I'm the keyboard
And we're
player.
not looking for much. It's only like maybe a $3 sack, maybe 4.
I have my backup shit for it now.